What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. I hope everybody's having a good day. You folks are all thinking, oh my God, he's finally back. My apologies for being gone so long. Now, I did hint about 3 weeks ago that the owner of the store I was working in, he's opening another one, and that we'd have to open that. So we did. Hardcore on this store, everything from, simple stuff for painting to technical work. It just recently opened, which is good. Now we're back to normal hours. Thank God for that. Folks, I'd go in at 6:30 in the morning, 7 o'clock. And wouldn't get out of there till like 9 p.m. So, yeah, long days, but it's open now, and we're thankful. So now we can get back to some normalcy. So, again, my apologies for being away. I wanted to drop, a message in a community post, but I literally got home, take a nap in the recliner, and then grab a bite to eat, go to bed, repeat the next day. With that being said, let's jump into this video. If the last two videos of 67p did not convince you that it's probably artificial, this one here will. Now, I said in the prior videos, there's beings living on a 67p, or it's artificial. So you have to ask yourself, okay, so what was the interest to begin with in this rock? It's the sound. But let's just jump right into this, because I think you're going to find this really fascinating. I'm going to show you some areas, then we're going to enhance it. Let's just jump right into it. All right, folks, here's the photo we're going to look at. Now, this is from Wallpaper Flare. The good thing about this page is that everything is very large, right? Like, a lot of these photos are like 2560 by 1440. They're not small photos, good detail. You can find a bunch of these, and then, of course, it has other subject matter in there as well. You can go down to, right down here, you can see other, material as well, like I said. What we're interested in is this photo here, right? Let's just jump into Photoshop, have a closer look. All right. I'm going to zoom in just for a little bit. Now, do you folks see anything in this photo that would make you believe that it's probably artificial? Off the top of your head, you're probably going to say no. They're doing the same thing they've done to the moon years ago, or the moon photos, Martian photos. They're doing the same thing here. They're blending stuff so that you can't see it. Let me point out some things here, right here, that are of special interest to me. Now, we'll start here at the very top right. Folks, what's with the two arches type thing? Let me show you what it looks like when we do this. That's the original. You can actually see these things are here. Okay? That alone. Jump to the one in the middle further down. Right there. What's going on here? Again, you can see the item, which is popping out a little bit more. Okay? This pretty much got me 100% thinking that this is intelligently made. Look at this piece right here. Look at the shape of this white item, and there seems to be a circle or at least something in the center of it, right? Go back to the original. There it is. We're not drawing it. We are simply enhancing it, right? Folks, check that out. What are we looking at right there? Okay? This item. Of course, you have to kind of tilt your head just slightly to the left, right there. I mean, check that out. We'll get into this a little bit more. You can see, folks, this thing goes up, over, and then down. See that right there? Folks, it looks like it's hollow. You can almost see through it, okay? Now, this one up here is very interesting, and I'm going to go ahead and rotate this for you, folks. Folks, check this out. What are we seeing here? Now, I'm going to enhance this a little bit better, but check this out. Notice that piece there. There's a double-shaped item. There's one that's white and gray just below it, and then something sticking out of the center of this. Now, keep in mind, folks, these things are censored to blend in so we cannot see them, right? But check that out. Okay. Jump back a little bit here. I'm going to rotate it back. Okay. Now, folks, this is where it gets really, really interesting. We're going to jump down to the bottom. Biggest arrow in the middle of the screen. What are we seeing here? Let's go to the original. It's there. This thing is round. You can see it, and it has different details in it. The smaller arrow looks like this wide opening. Looks like you can fly into the thing. These white plates right here, just below it, like this right here. Again, right here in the middle of the screen. Notice the shape of that. Okay. So let's do a full enhancement and have a better look. Okay. Top left. Folks, this is awesome. Check this out. That to me is not natural at all. Again, showing that piece there. Now it's enhanced. See it? With the little yellow lines, we can see that. Check that area out, folks. We have what looks like rings right here. You can see that here. These items here. Okay. Move this back. Back out a little bit. The middle here, like we looked at earlier. That piece. The other white pieces in here. Folks, this does not look natural. If you notice, I was just pointing this area out here, but check out the weird looking pipe right here. See that? Different little features down on this piece too. I'm not sure what to make of this object right here. It looks like it has darker pieces right here. Almost like they're like windows, but okay. We're going to slide it over here. Folks, I've also went through and tried to blast through the other censoring. If you notice the pieces here, look at the way these are laid out. Okay. And everything over here as well. Okay. Again, it looks like there's plates. Like, I don't know if it's outside casing of this rock or it's an actual completely intelligently made rock. This to me screams intelligently made. Now keep in mind, you can see a lot of this like black kind of thing over this because we're basically blasting through the centering, right? But you can see these objects even here. Look at the way they look lined up and just the shapes of them. But this one here is the most intriguing. Okay. If you take your magnifier and look at these areas right here in the middle of the screen, have a close look at these sections, you can see what looks like little structures as well as this big ring type structure, right? Down over here to the right. Check this out. This whole area right here, again, has been censored and we had to try to blast through it. Well, look at some of the smaller pieces in here. It doesn't look natural. A lot of this stuff is that weird darker gray. You have to kind of go through that, but you can see the little pieces in here. This right here. Look at this. This is cool because you can see inside. Of course, you can't see anything, but you can see it's raised off the ground like you can get into it. Remember like the last video I'd done? It might have been the one prior to that one. And it looked like the casing was taken off of it where you could fly something in where it had a flat platform. Now, why is part of this rock like that? Is it actually natural? This item here. There's many things, folks, in here that just scream non-natural. Notice you can see this area here where it looks like there's blocked off areas. Like this thing has come apart at some point. Okay? You can see that. There's sections of this thing, like the skin or the outer housing of this thing has been beat up. Let me show you another piece. If we back out, this whole section looks like it's fallen in, caved in, been blown to pieces, whatever. Check that out. Notice this piece right here. It looks like it fits up into this section. Okay? Same thing with down here. Notice the bits that are hanging out of this, we're going to call it a cliff, almost like a rebar type thing, right? Now, I don't know that that's what it is. However, when you look at the bits and pieces hanging out of this thing, you're just going, okay, what gives here? Why does this look so manufactured as opposed to natural? As always, folks, you guys can be the judge of this because, like I said, when I look at this, I don't see it natural. And the more photos that I see of this rock convinces me that this whole thing is probably artificial. And if it's not artificial, something else is living on it. You can see that. I'm going to put this part here in the middle. This whole top section. Folks, have a look at this with your magnifiers. When you see some of the things in here, there's no way. There's no way that this stuff is natural in any way, shape, or form. Zoom into this. And again, a lot of this fuzziness you're seeing on this photo is actual centering because they don't want us to see this. They don't want us to know that we're part of something much larger. It's as simple as that. This thing, like I said, again, intrigues me as well. One in the circle and the one right above it. Just really, really cool. And of course, all of this here, I don't believe for a moment that any of these areas are natural. And of course, you guys will be the judge. One other thing before I let you go. Check this part out. Look at this, what looks like this doorway to go into this thing. Do you see that right there, folks? Let me just zoom in here. Check that out. I thought that was wild. And I'm still on the fence whether I believe that this thing is built upon or the whole thing is artificial. I'm going to leave this right here, folks. You tell me what you think. Have a close look. And there you are. Folks, every time I see a different photo of this rock, there's always something to see. 67p is starting to look more like it's completely artificial as opposed to built upon or into. Again, I want to leave that up to you folks. But just so you guys get a better idea, let me show you something. I was going to show you that sound. I almost forgot. Check this out. Now, folks, they say if you were next to this thing, listening, you would never hear this. It says the frequency of the sound was increased by a factor of approximately 10,000 for the audible rendering of the comet's tune. I thought that was really important to at least share that. What do you think attracted these people, meaning ESA? I'm sure NASA was working alongside of them. What do you think attracted them to this comet? Just one of many, probably thousands upon thousands, of the sound it's making. What would be so intriguing that would make you want to spend money to go over to this rock? I mean, you got to plan it, trajectory, build it, of course. Again, trajectory, send it, rendezvous with it, land on it, grab a piece of it, and come back. What would make you want to go on a mission like that unless you knew something was up with it? You knew it wasn't natural. It was just what? Was it a threat to Earth? No. So why would you go after this rock? Is it because of their peculiar shape? That's questions I wish we could have answered. Folks, drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think. I'm curious to see what you've got to say. And don't forget to like and share the video. It's always appreciated. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that YouTube shares it. Folks, we are now going to get back on track, better schedule, give you guys more videos. So again, my apologies for not getting right on there and let you know what's going on. I did not get abducted by the men in black. So we'll definitely be getting back into these videos. Anyway, folks, again, thanks for watching. Always appreciated. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.